It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. But as for today, we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, this insane wig party, and everything in between. Oh, that's right, guys. That's where I'm going to start off, is with Karen and her new wig line. Wig shift with her wig partner guru, Steven. Okay, so listen, honestly, great for Karen Huger. Karen Huger is launching another business because La Dame Fragrance is doing oh so well. And I honestly hope that's true. You know, it seems like every time Karen goes to launch a new business that all of the women are immediately just there to just tear her down, as if it's not going to come to fruition, or maybe it just takes her too long to bring the businesses to fruition. But what I don't understand is Karen was the one who said that Giselle's business is getting liquidated, and I know Robyn's not talking with those embellished hats. But we do get the wig party that was so cleverly edited by the editors to make us think that we were going to get a fight, another fight, or run-in from Monique and Candace. You editors are super good at this kind of stuff, but we'll get back to that in a second. I want to kind of lead in with the positive here for a second. We saw Wendy end up going to the pumpkin patch with her mom and her boys. You know, when Wendy's trying to have an honest conversation with her mom, letting her know she no longer wants to be a professor, her mom is not really happy about it. Apparently, being a professor for her and her mom and their community, it's really like wearing a badge of honor. It shows that her mom is kind of up here in her community, and it shows that her mom kind of put everything out on the line to make sure that Dr. Wendy Osefo is exactly who she is. Dr. Wendy Osefo with the 4 degrees. Actually, guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but she mentioned degrees so much that she actually landed a brand ambassador ad program with Degree Arm Deodorant. So I guess if you say it enough, you're going to speak it into fruition. You know, I did think this moment was touching, though, because when she was telling her mom was like, no, I'm not having this. Dr. Wendy Osefo was like, I want to stay into being a political commentator. I don't want to be a professor. And her mom's just like, I'm so proud of the woman you are when you're a professor. Finally, after a little bit of tug and pull, it seems like Dr. Wendy Osefo kind of got her way, and her mom is just a little bit caving, letting her know, listen, if you're happy, I'll be happy. But we know that's for the cameras. We know as soon as those cameras stop rolling, she better check back into class. Keeping it moving, though, I want to go to Ashley Darby, because Ashley Darby ends up arranging the meeting that we've all been waiting for with her mom and her uncle. You know, they did say back in a previous episode that Michael Darby does have some stuff to answer for. And I have to say, at this point, I think that alongside Dr. Wendy Osefo just not having much of a storyline, I feel like Ashley Darby has the most authentic storyline. You know, Michael Darby has committed multiple infidelities on Ashley Darby, and sure, she owns her part in it, saying that when they first started their relationship, they had somewhat of an open concept where they would go to these different concerts or events and they might invite a third party into the room. Now, that doesn't mean that has to go on for the rest of her life or that Ashley Darby has to commit to that. I think that she made it clear when she was having the baby that's not a lifestyle that she wants to partake in anymore. The only problem here is Michael Darby's had kids, and he still likes to partake in that lifestyle. So I don't necessarily know if this is going to work out in the long haul for Ashley. But getting back to the meeting, he's sitting there and he looks like he's kind of petrified, awkward, and also the breadwinner, if that makes sense. Almost like there's a little bit of ego at the table. Like he's just kind of like, why am I explaining this to you? But he just kept saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, and they're like, we don't want I'm sorry. We feel like not only did you cheat on our daughter, you cheated on us. You cheated on us as a family, a unit that relied heavily on you and you guys to be stronger than that. And hopefully those words resonate with Mr. Michael Darby, because, I do agree with, when you go out and commit infidelity, it's not just the one person who feels it. The whole family feels the ramifications of that infidelity, especially when you're on a public platform and everybody has to start answering for it. Can you imagine how many calls Ashley Darby's mom and uncle are getting? Like, oh, how's Ashley? We just saw the news. Oh, is Ashley okay? We just saw the episode where she got cheated on. They have to answer for these things too. It's no longer a private matter. And sure, I know what you guys are going to say, so don't comment and rip me apart. But yes, Michael and Ashley decided to put themselves on a public platform, so they get what they get at this point. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt any less for the people who are also part of the platform, i.e. her mom and uncle, who are not getting paid a dime for it. Ashley Darby has stated, though, if Michael Darby commits any sort of infidelity again, she is walking. She's done. She's taken the baby and probably half of everything, maybe even more. We know that she didn't get her post-nup, but she did get her prenup, so we'll have to see what happens with that. I don't know, guys. Comment below. Do you think that Michael Darby can continue on the rest of their relationship without getting caught in another scandal? I like to see the good in people. I'm super hopeful, but I just don't know if this is even possible. Speaking of interesting family dynamics, let's go over to Miss Giselle Bryant. So, guys, I'm not buying this storyline for a second. Honestly, I'm not. Her daughters, when they go out and they go to celebrate Grace's 15th birthday, they start asking the daughters, or Giselle does, about their dad. Your dad's going to come in for the holidays and we're going to be seeing him soon. He's going to stay with us. And they're just like, why? Why is he coming? They look like they're so incredibly uncomfortable, and they have been acting this way since day one. And again, kids are very telling. When you watch a kid's reaction, you know what's going on behind the scenes in the house. It is what it is. The kids are either happy with it or they're not happy with it. And it seems like Giselle is raising 3 extremely strong, intelligent, strong-minded women. So I know that they're still girls right now, but they can obviously think for themselves, and they have their own opinions of their father. Unfortunately, that's playing out on the screen, and I'm sure Giselle Bryant is feeling a little bit embarrassed by this, but I guess it just goes back to that whole reality TV thing. When Giselle tells the girls that they're going to be doing a family photo shoot, and for the first time in a long time, Jamal is going to be there, they're still not super stoked, but okay. We end up getting to the photo shoot, and guess who didn't show? Apparently he missed some sort of flight, or the connecting flight took too long. I don't know what the semantics of it all is, but what the point is that Jamal Bryant was not there yet again. It almost makes us wonder, is Karen Huger right? Is he the man that lives in the phone? When the producers asked Giselle, are you disappointed by this? Giselle had a great answer. She just looked at the producers in her confessional and she's like, what would make you think that I'm not disappointed by this? Well, unfortunately, we're getting to the point, Giselle, as viewers, where we're not necessarily buying this dynamic. It feels like this is just so inauthentic and that this is just reaching for a storyline. Along with another couple that I want to get to, but come on, Giselle, we got to do better than this. And the only people that I really feel bad for in this situation are, the kids, because, again, they're not the ones who signed up for filming. So when you put yourself out there and all of this out there, it seems like their reactions are so organic, and it just tells the viewers everything that we need to know about the situation. Or does it? I don't know. Guys, that's another one. Comment below. I'm curious what you guys think about Giselle and Jamal. Is this a real storyline or is it a fake storyline? A lot of you guys have said fake storyline from day one. Guys, I want to move over to Robyn Dixon really quick, because this is another fake storyline that I can no longer take anymore. So Robyn and her husband Juan end up going house shopping, but the question for me is, Robyn has $90,000 in tax issues that she is paying back, which is fantastic. And Juan is shopping for a ring that's like under $10,000, right? So about a $10,000 ring. Why are you looking at a $1.6 million home as if this is even within reach? This makes no sense. Unless somebody else is signing the paycheck, it seems like another reach for a storyline. It's almost like in last year's season when Candace is shopping around these massive $1 million homes, and it's like, you can't afford a $2 million home. We know that Candace just bought a $1 million home, and kudos to her. Hopefully she ends up keeping her job. That way she can afford that home. But the whole point is, I just don't understand the reach for. It's almost like producers need them to do something. They need to be able to film something. So, hey, why don't we go house shopping? But if you're going to go house shopping, don't just do it for the cameras. Make it realistic. Because when you go look at a $1.6 million home and then the cameras stop rolling and you go buy a $700,000 home in Potomac, which, you know, is still a lot of money, but it's not going to look like this grand, massive home, you're going to feel maybe embarrassed, which you should never be embarrassed for being a homeowner. But I'm just saying in general, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, and people are going to break that down. So I don't even know why you would even entertain that. This is why, again, I'm calling for another fake storyline. Guys, I just want to take it really quick back to the wig party because this whole thing was a setup. First of all, the fact that we got Monique back this episode was amazing because I'm just curious what's going on her side of the, you know, spectrum, like what her story is and how she's been doing, because we're only getting Candace and Candace's sticky notes and Candace's crying, and again, she deserves to feel all of that, but there's always three sides to the story, and I want to know all three sides. I don't want to just see what's shoved down our throat. And for Monique, we're not really getting to see a whole lot of her because the women won't film with her. Now, Ashley goes to meet up with Monique, asking her how she's been, what she's been up to, and Monique says, oh, I've been doing good, you know, we just celebrated one of my kids' birthday parties, and Karen came. She was having a good time throwing back some drinks, and that's when Ashley starts jumping the bandwagon. She's like, wait, drinks? No, she hasn't been drinking. And she's like, oh. She's like, I thought she had an ulcer. Monique said, I'm just going to go ahead and be quiet. And they end up talking about the wig party, and here goes Ashley reaching some more. Ashley asked Monique if she's invited, and Monique said, yeah, I'm invited. Ashley's like, what? Karen said that you weren't invited. Monique looked just as stunned. So Ashley Darby picks up the phone, calls Karen and says, hey, Karen, what did you say when we asked you if Monique was invited to the party? And then Karen kind of flips the script. She was saying that she would want her to come at a different time than Candace. She wants her to show support, but she also wants to respect all the other ladies' boundaries who do not want to be around Monique. Now, that's not necessarily what she said in Portugal, but like Karen said to Ashley, keep reaching, Ashley, keep reaching. But it does get worse. Once we get to the wig shift party, wig shift with a bang. I don't know if it was the bang like there was bangs or bang like there was going to be a big kind of bang at the party. So once we get to this party, we see Monique sitting down with Karen about 8 minutes before the actual party starts. And they're having a conversation, and it looks like Monique got to take one sip of her drink. After one sip, Karen is rushing her out. She chugs this one and grabs another one, and here we are. When she's rushing her out, she's getting these text messages from Candace like, on my way, sorry, I'm a little bit late, blah, 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 whatever the case was. And that's not verbatim, but just letting her know that she's about to pull up. And once she pulls up, she misses Monique by just a couple of minutes. Now, Monique definitely felt like she was rushed out, but it gets more interesting when we start going through the party and Ashley and Candace start talking. When Ashley tells the whole group that Monique was there to begin with, they start kind of going in on Karen, you know, asking her why. And Karen said, I'm allowed to be an adult and have whatever friends that I want to have. Okay. When Robyn starts going in on her about the drinking too, she's like, why don't you worry about what Juan's drinking? Producers asked Karen, what does she mean by that? And she said she's going to save that one for the couch. I'm actually curious what she meant by that, or if she's just throwing something out there just to see what sticks. And that way she's not getting mauled over in this situation. But really quick, guys, I want to go back to Monique and Candace and Ashley Darby and Karen, because Candace said that Karen asked her to come early. Now, Monique also said that Karen asked her to come early. So I guess the big question now is, did Karen want Candace and Monique to come face to face? Ashley saying that she wanted them to have a little bit of resolve or kind of maybe make this better in some way. But that's not how Karen was acting when she was rushing Monique out. Unless she just got last minute jitters like, oh, I can't do this, which is totally possible. But now the point is Karen left her party before the rest of them, and they're going to make her answer for it in true housewives fashion. Who's lying here? Did Karen actually set them up to come face to face and then she bailed out? Or are they just trying to make up all of this to pin another bad storyline against Karen? Now, of course, I have my own personal thoughts, but I'm curious what you guys think. If you haven't already, make sure you comment below because I asked you guys so many questions about this episode. Also, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because we have so many other things coming up, especially the finale and the reunion, which is going to be so good because, like Giselle Bryant said, I sat there looking pretty on the couch for about 8 hours, and then the last two, everybody was coming at me the whole time, and I just lost it. Andy Cohen also said that it was super dramatic when the husbands came out, and he wasn't expecting that. He feels like there was a little bit of resolve in the group and that everything kind of worked itself out, but it was a very exhausting 11 hours of filming. Now we'll have to see what that means. Guys, I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.